Don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment below.
The tune up.
Welcome to another edition of Back to Focus with your hosts, me, Kevin M. Bell, and
Me, Asia T. Bell.
we are here today to talk about children and how expensive they can be. So we're going to do a reaction video on a unique couple. Okay, and this is by Robert Williams Films to educate the world on just how expensive children really are. All right, let's watch the video.
And this is where your money goes. Mothers getting used and fathers getting stressed, cause the thing they know best is where the dough is kept. See, everything was alright until we started getting tight and thought we just might wanna have a kid or two. They were cool when they were new, but then they just grew. Don't matter if they're going close or far, they don't fill up the tank when they be using the car. And some might say that we're the dummies, cause they're eating our food and taking all of our money. It's a daily operation. It could be money for trips or tuition for their education. Mad parents feel the same, but it's starting to get a little lame. About to go insane, just thinking of a way to get about this mother. We'll be long gone, they'll still be under the covers. Just the other day we had to send them a check. Now tell me what's next. Kids put us in debt.
I gotta say that was a very artistic.
It is. It is. I must say too.
Yeah. I mean, kids do feel like an armed robbery in progress. They do. I mean, come on. Look. Every time you turn around, they need something. Every time you turn
Yes.
around, they want something.
Okay.
What is a parent to do? You know what I mean? And and kids, they just they believe it's all about them. When they come into the world, they learn how to be self-centered individuals because, of course, they can't do much when they're babies. You know what I'm saying? They got to be carried everywhere. They got to be held. They got to be changed. You know what I mean? They got to be washed. Got to be fed. And then they grow up. You know what I'm saying? Just with this entitlement as they get older and stronger and more, I say, independent in terms of being able to walk, talk, just being able to like dress themselves and bathe themselves, maybe even able to make certain meals, maybe like P&J sandwiches, lunch meat sandwiches. Some know how to make oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. Not everybody can make oodles and noodles. Some do now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can make them noodles, all right? Believe it or not. You might think that's an easy fix. But I can't eat everybody oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta give credit when credit's due. Some some of them can make oodles and noodles. And some of them go as far as making scrambled eggs. And
Yeah.
some of them are like, how can you mess up scrambled eggs? Well, just leave them things in the pot too long. You know what I'm saying? Then you come out with fried scrambled eggs. Real fried. Very fried scrambled eggs. Right? But then they get into these trends, gaming, clothing, fashion, I'm gonna say. Fashion. Right?
Yep.
Some even want to get involved in different community extracurricular activities like sports, music,
Dance.
dance, gangs. Some getting gangs. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of them even want to take trips. You know what I'm saying? That can cause some want to get out the country. Some parents let their kids go out of the country, especially when they got a mind of their own. And they're not old fashioned in terms of disciplining the kids.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree with you on that one. Um, just like you said, the video was definitely artistic. Definitely.
very funny.
Yeah, it is. They basically summed it up in a nutshell for us parents. Like, just like you said, kids are expensive, you know, as far as in like clothes, just like you said, fashion. Because kids nowadays they like designer fashion. Especially in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, I swear every child is wearing the swishy jacket with the swishy pants and the New Balances. Everybody child look the same, like
Everybody.
especially the boys. The girls they more so into like dressing like you know, gotta have the Uggs, gotta have the stitch braids and like all this stuff runs it up. Like especially if you're not like a parent that know how to do hair or know how to cut hair, that runs you up every month because boys, they get their hair cut every 2 weeks, if that.
Yeah.
Girls, same thing, every 2 weeks or
Mm.
every month or 2 months, depending on what hairstyle they want. Because girls, they gotta have their hair done.
Yeah.
Then you gotta add the nails and stuff like that if they teenagers. Um, but yeah, kids do have to have everything. They feel like they entitled to have everything. Let's
Well,
just say that
yeah. It sounds like kids are the new baddies.
they are.
You know what I'm saying? They're new baddies. Like that you got to take care of. You got to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like they always in your pockets. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
understand, like having children is very expensive. It's a very expensive thing. So please, those who don't have children yet, please consider the cost of having a child and the responsibility that comes with that. You know,
Absolutely.
because especially with today's economy, prices going up on food, just about on everything,
Yeah.
items like clothing,
Houses.
everything, house. Yeah, so like it's almost like the middle class era has vanished, has disappeared, and now is you're either rich or you're poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but that don't stop kids from asking for things. They
Absolutely.
they s- they don't care about that. It's like that doesn't exist. It's like, well, that's you guys' problem. That's you adults' problem, not ours. You know what I'm saying? And I still want this, and I still want that, and I need this, and I need that, and that's a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? And like it's hard to say no to kids sometimes. It really
Yeah.
is. You don't want to tell them no, especially when you've been told no your whole childhood. You know,
Absolutely.
and with this government shutdown and people getting people maybe or some people getting cut off food stamps, um, cash assistance, some getting put out of Section 8. You know what I'm saying? And that's another blow. That's another thing. And then we got the holidays coming around.
Yeah.
Um, you know, some people may not be able to have a good Thanksgiving. Um, on top of that, a good Christmas, even. So yeah, it's hard times. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So I think the best thing is like being able to sit your child down and explain to them, the responsibilities in the household, right?
Yes.
And and break it down to them that you may not have it. You may not have to give like at this time. You know what I'm saying? Not that you may, maybe you can save up over time and or put things on layaway so that you could get those items. But don't be afraid to let your children know what you have and what you don't have.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. Look, even if you gotta go over, financial literacy with your child, uh or your kids, um to let them know or get them to better understand of how it works as in being a adult and having to raise a household of two or three or four or five or how many ever children that you have is best to teach them early on in life so that way they know how to be financially stable when it get time for them to have children.
Yeah, I think that's the sneakiest way to tell your kids you just don't have it.
It is.
Right.
I truly agree with you on
It's the
that.
most sophisticated way, right? To tell them that you just don't have right now. Send all the kids to a financial literacy course, right? Or class, right? Or training, right? And
Yeah.
just let them explain how expensive things are, right? Had them do examples, right? Had them utilize tools, right? And give them a certain amount of dividends, right?
Right.
And um give them bills, right, that they have to pay with that budget, right? Or that limited amount of dividends.
Yep.
And let them find out for themselves through these exercises that we just don't have it. There you go. That's how you do it.
Absolutely. Look,
Yeah.
we talk about financial literacy with our children.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
it's good
that.
to teach them. It's good to teach them. Now we don't like let them know how much we have, right?
Right.
But we just like get them. We may download some photographs of somebody's pay stub, right? And then we may download some different photographs of like what's available on the market for rent, like different like rooms, apartments, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms,
Houses.
even houses and things like that. And let and kind of like, hey, well, get them in like a scenario of have them choose what they will want to start off with when they come out to the world, right? Would would you rather a 1 room shack? Would you rather a 1 bedroom apartment? Two, like, you know what I mean? And then they let them decide, hey, well, I think I want to live in this. Okay, cool. All right. Well, this is most likely what you may be paying for uh this residence, right? And then we give them a scenario of like how much food may cost per month for them, right? And other things that they may have to consider paying per month. All
Yep.
right, like utilities and like water, if they live in
Gas,
a house. If
electric.
not,
Yeah.
gas, electric is the fundamental utilities that may come with like an apartment, something like that. So and then we ask them how much do they have left over, right? And that's the kicker, because depending on how much they're getting paid, you know what I'm saying? How much do they have left over now? And realistically, especially after paying all those things, and then we consider. Oh, we don't forget, we also add taxes.
Yep.
Let them know that they gonna have to pay taxes, and taxes are pretty high, especially if you don't have different exempts, right?
Yes.
Or different allowances, right? So they going out into the world, no children. Then we may give them a upgraded scenario. Hey, what if you have children, right? Or a girlfriend, or even a wife, right? What that scenario might look like. What if you break up from your significant other, right? Or your life partner, and then you're placed on child support. So we get them like all different types of scenarios.
Yeah. Uh, it's basically like a exercise on, how they will be actually living. It's a great idea to do it with your children, like especially if they, teenagers or preteens. Get them into a better understanding of how it works as in being a adult and what it looks like. And these exercises are actually great because we do it with our kids, a lot. And I think it's the great idea. You guys should give it a try.
Yep.
Like if you got a laptop, computer, phone, you could cast it to the TV. do like a presentation with them, sit them down, and go over like different exercises on just like we said, give them a scenario of, hey, pick a apartment, a house, a one room shack. This is your job. This is how much you make at your job. This is how much you get paid every 2 weeks or every week, and then they could add a wife, a girlfriend, kids, and then they calculate how much everything costs, and that's how we actually do it with our
Yeah.
children.
I mean, yeah, and plus it teaches them life skills, right?
Absolutely.
Educates them on money. Okay, they need that. You need financial literacy. That's important. All right. So that will conclude our show for today. Thanks for tuning in and watching another successful episode. And until then, next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, share.
I mean, kids do feel like an armed robbery in progress. They do. I mean, come on. Look. Every time you turn around, they need something. Every time you turn
Yes.
around, they want something.
Okay.
What is a parent to do?